Have you ever dreamed of living in a mansion, but then you look at the price tag and just sigh? What if I told you there's a way to live in a luxury home completely for free? No, this isn't a scam or some get-rich-quick scheme. It's a wild, innovative idea that could completely change how we think about real estate. The secret? Turning your mansion into a massive money-making billboard. Stick with me, because this concept is as brilliant as it is bold. Imagine a beautiful modern mansion, but instead of plain old walls, the entire exterior is covered in gigantic, high-definition LED screens. And these screens are playing ads 24/7. Sounds crazy, right? But the logic is surprisingly simple. Your house stops being just a house. It becomes premium, high-traffic advertising space. Let's break down how this billboard mansion concept works. It all starts with location. Location, location. You can't just build this anywhere. To make it profitable, you need eyeballs and lots of them. We're talking about a prime spot right next to a major highway, a bustling city center, or a famous tourist landmark. Think of the busiest freeway interchange in Los Angeles, or a corner overlooking Times Square in New York. The more people who drive or walk by your house every single day, the more valuable your wall space becomes. This is the foundation of the entire plan. Your property's value isn't just in the land or the structure, but in its visibility. Once you've secured the perfect high-traffic plot of land, the next step is the design and construction of the mansion itself. This isn't your typical home build. You work with architects and engineers to design a structure where the exterior walls are specifically built to be giant. LED panels. These aren't just TVs slapped onto the side of a house. We're talking about a seamless, integrated design where the screens are the walls. From the outside, it looks like a dazzling, futuristic cube of light. But from the inside, it's your home. The engineering would be key here. The interior would need to be perfectly insulated from the light and any noise. You'd have your living room, kitchen, and bedrooms controlled and soundproofed, completely separate from the exterior shell. You'd be living in a quiet, peaceful oasis, oblivious to the vibrant ad campaigns lighting up the outside. You'd look out your windows, which would be strategically placed, and see the world, but the world would only see the ads. Now, for the part that makes this all possible, the money. With your billboard mansion up and running in a prime location, you'd start leasing out your wall space to major brands. Think about it. Companies spend millions, even billions, on advertising. A spot on your house, seen by hundreds of thousands of people every day, is incredibly valuable. You could have Coca-Cola on your north wall, Apple on your south wall, Nike on the east, and maybe a trailer for the latest blockbuster movie on the west. These brands would pay a premium for this unique, unavoidable advertising platform. The revenue generated from these ads would be substantial. So substantial, in fact, that it would easily cover all your expenses. First, the mortgage. That multi-million-dollar loan you took out to build this futuristic fortress? The ad revenue pays it off, month after month. What about property taxes, which on a property like this would be sky high? Covered. The enormous electricity bill to power those massive screens 24/7? The ad revenue handles it. Maintenance, insurance, repairs, all paid for. After all those expenses are taken care of, you'd likely still have a significant profit left over. You're not just living for free, you're actually making money. Your home has transformed from your biggest expense into your biggest asset and a source of passive income. You'd be living a life of luxury inside a cutting-edge piece of architecture without spending a dime of your own money on living costs. So, what are the hurdles? Let's be realistic. This isn't something you can just go out and do tomorrow. The biggest challenge would be zoning laws and city regulations. Most residential areas have strict rules against commercial advertising of this scale. You can't just turn your suburban home into a digital billboard. This is where the core of the idea comes in, reclassifying the property. You wouldn't be petitioning to put a billboard on a house. You'd be arguing that the primary function of the structure is commercial advertising space that just so happens to contain a residential unit. It's a legal gray area, a loophole waiting to be explored. You'd need a team of very clever lawyers to argue that your building is more of a media installation than a traditional home. The legal battle would be fascinating. You'd be challenging decades of urban planning and property law. You'd argue that in a modern, media-saturated world, the lines between commercial and residential space are blurring. Your project could set a new precedent for mixed-use properties. If you could win that fight and get the permits, you'd be a pioneer. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. You'd likely face opposition from local residents and city planners, but the potential financial upside is so immense that it would be worth the fight. Another consideration is the aesthetic and environmental impact. A building that is constantly flashing bright advertisements could be seen as light pollution. You'd have to work with city officials to establish rules, perhaps dimming the screens during late-night hours or using designs that are more artistic and less jarring. You could even offer a certain percentage of the screen time to public art installations or community announcements, making it a dynamic part of the urban landscape rather than just a commercial eyesore. This could help win over public opinion and get the city on your side. Let's also think about the technology. The LED screens would need to be state-of-the-art. They'd have to be weatherproof, durable, and energy efficient. The content management system would be complex, allowing you to seamlessly switch between different ads, schedule campaigns, and even run dynamic, real-time content based on traffic patterns or the time of day. For example, a coffee brand could advertise during the morning commute, and a food delivery service could advertise in the evening. The possibilities for targeted, location-based marketing are endless. Imagine a lifestyle. You wake up in your soundproof bedroom, enjoy a coffee in your designer kitchen, and you have no idea that outside, a giant Nike ad featuring LeBron James is being displayed to 1,000 cars stuck in traffic. You spend your day working from your home office, and the income from the ads outside is earning you more than most people make in a year. In the evening, you host a party in your spacious living room. Your guests are amazed by the concept, peeking through the specially designed windows to see the city lights mingling with the glow of the advertisements that are funding Nia's lavish lifestyle. This isn't just about getting a free house. It's a paradigm shift. It's about leveraging our media-driven culture to reinvent real estate. It's a fusion of architecture, technology, and marketing. The Billboard Mansion is a symbol of a future where our living spaces can be more than just shelters. They can be active, income-generating participants in the economy. Could this become a reality? I think so. It would take a visionary entrepreneur with deep pockets and a stomach for legal battles. But the concept is sound. The demand for premium advertising space is only growing, and the technology to make this happen already exists. Someone somewhere is going to be the first to build one, and when they do, they'll be living in a mansion, for free, paid for by the very brands that define our modern world. It's the ultimate life hack, written on the largest canvas imaginable, the home itself. What do you think? Is this a stroke of genius or a dystopian nightmare? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear if you'd live in a billboard mansion. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy wild ideas like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.